Yeah, it's been a while. It's
You
been a
had a
while.
nice week?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a nice week. At least I got a good weekend as well. Remember, I went to Mombasa to cover that tournament, so it was a nice week.
Okay. So before
Yours?
we get
Yeah.
into that, how was the Hockey Fives?
The Hockey Fives was great. To be honest, I enjoyed it. I never knew kids play such amazing hockey. It was great
Okay.
seeing kids trying out skills. Some were even doing 3Ds, stick dummy, ball
Mhm.
dummy. They were scoring goals. It was an amazing tournament, and seeing kids actually enjoying playing the game,
Mhm.
it was a humbling experience.
Okay.
And I
Good.
think every county should have such a tournament because it's good for the growth of the sport. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good
Mm.
for teams to have academies
Yes.
for
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
clubs.
Yes.
Now let's get into the Premier League. We have to quickly look at the review of last week and then get into this week.
Yeah.
We had some predictions you and I
Yeah.
made. Let me start with you claimed that you almost scored a goal.
Yeah, I did. I don't know why guys don't believe me, but I almost got a goal. But it was a good debut. I enjoyed it. I didn't play much
Uh-huh.
uh,
Uh-huh.
because
Okay.
I got a hamstring last week, so it was a bit difficult for
Okay.
me to play. But I enjoyed the experience.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So just quickly take us through the results for last week.
Okay. We'll start with the Super League man.
Mm-hmm.
So we had let's have a look. Jayquat won 1-0 against MMU. That was on Sunday. Took 0-0 draw against KU on Sunday. On Saturday, KU won 4-1 against Multimedia. That was a shock result, to be honest. And then
Mm-hmm.
Took lost 1-0 to KCA. I think you got that prediction.
Mm-hmm.
And then Parklands lost
Yes.
2-4 to Sikh. I had made a 4-3
Okay.
prediction for Sikh to win 4-3. I think I was close. And then on Wednesday we had of course my team Pakro Tigers shocking Parklands 3-1.
Shocking,
Yeah,
huh?
shocking.
You can dare use such words.
Yeah, let me brag a bit anyway. Yeah, so
Yeah, it's for me. It's just like what I said last week. It's pretty new into the
yeah,
league. Let's talk after five
yeah,
matches.
yeah.
Teams are getting settled into their
Mm,
teams in terms of fitness levels. What coaches are introducing in this new
yeah.
season, and there are so many teams that have transitions, player
Mm,
transitions, team
yeah,
transitions, having all that coming through. So those are some of the things that are
yeah,
happening, and I know that we will get into it. But I don't know. Let's talk about the
yeah.
surprise. That was which team? I'm trying to remember which one. I'm trying to get into my results table. But it's a team you've mentioned about. We just talked about right now. I think it was in the Super League, men.
Yeah, Super League, man. The big results were KU beating
Uh,
Multimedia 4-1 and
yes,
Park Road Tigers beating Parklands 3-1. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Very good comeback for KU, I must
yeah.
say. I don't know if the inspiration is the new jersey that they have,
Swara haikuwa na
but it
swara ya
was.
New Jersey.
I think this time round it worked in their favor.
Yeah,
So quite a good way to start. I think they want to go back to where they belong,
yeah.
which is the Premier League. Which is let's wait and see how this goes. Sikh Parklands. Any new thing that you think came about?
Well, I think as
Because
I said it was expected because we all know,
Mhm,
looking at the statistics, that this fixture has always had many goals in it. I think the last time um,
mhm,
one team kept a clean sheet against the other was in 2017, and the last 6 matches now
mhm,
they've scored 4+ goals
mhm,
in each of the every game. So
mhm, mhm.
it was expected, and you remember I told you that I expected a 4-3 win to Simba. Yeah, yeah. So I expected SIG to win, but I don't know why these two teams always keep scoring goals against each other. It's difficult for
It's a
yeah.
good thing. I think for me it's their format of play. These are two teams that play very fast-paced
Yeah.
hockey, and hence the conversion rates is usually very
Yeah.
high. So for me, that would be argument that I would give,
Mm.
that you would expect this because they more play a more similar kind of
Yeah.
play. So and they're teams that know each other very very well, for that matter. So it's a big factor that plays in
Yeah.
this. Yeah. We can get into today's league
Yeah,
matches.
the weekend
I think we
fixtures.
have 7.
Yes.
The weekend fixtures, 7 matches are in play.
Let's start with
Maybe
this.
Premier League men, there's
Yeah,
nothing.
let's start with the
Super League men.
Super League men fixtures. On Saturday today we have KCA
Yes.
playing Nakuru. JKUAT
Mhm.
KU, that's a derby, Thika Road derby. And then you have
Mhm.
Multimedia Wazalendo Masters. That's, you can say it's a mini derby
Mhm.
because most of MMU players have moved to Wazalendo. And then
Okay.
Wazalendo Masters also playing on Wednesday against Tuk.
Against
Yes,
Tuk.
those are the Super League results.
KCA Nakuru.
KCA Nakuru,
KCA Nakuru.
I'm not sure how the results will be, but I think KCA will win this one. I don't know whether Nakuru have recruited or they've added young blood to their squad. Remember last season they struggled a bit and they survived relegation. So I think this fixture I'd give KCA a 2-1 win.
Okay.
Yeah.
JKUAT versus KU.
This derby is always tricky because at one time you find KU dominates, another time JKUAT dominates. But for this time, I'd give my former club or team KU the win. I think the team has gelled well.
You think they'll continue with their winning streak?
Okay, they drew their second game, their last game, the one they played on Sunday. But for this fixture, I think I'll give KU a win based on their experience, the Super League, and also they've had some good form even in Kusa. So I'd give KU a 1-0 win.
Okay. Good. MMU versus Masters.
What do you think?
Wazalendo.
What do you know? You've not even given me your prediction. You're just asking me my predictions.
I am going to give you in just a minute.
MMU Masters.
MMU Masters.
I'll give.
I feel this will be a draw. In my opinion, I don't know about you.
I'll give Masters the win.
You'll give Masters the win?
Yeah, because
Okay, well and good. You think?
some of the players who played or play in the Premier League have come to this team, and also they've beefed up the squad for the Masters. Remember, also last season it was a completely new squad. So this season now they've gelled well and they know each other. They have experience in the team as well as youth and speed. And once those two click, it's a difficult team to beat. So I'll give Wazalendo Masters a 3-2 win.
Who do you think will be key on this game?
In this game, if Kimanzi will play this game, he will be key because Kimanzi is usually the playmaker for this team. Also, if Wycliffe is going to play out front, then we are going to get goals. There is also the likes of Richard, the likes of Orlando. Right now, they've gotten used to the Super League, so they are also good players. So those are the 4 players I think. If they are going to play this fixture, they are the ones Multimedia should be worried about.
Okay, let me give you my quick predictions. KCA Nakuru, I would also give it to KCA. I'll give it 2-1 win for them. JKUAT versus KU, I would give it. I'll give it away to. I'll give it a draw, a 2-2 draw.
Okay.
Because the Wildcats, as I don't know if they are still called.
Yeah, they are.
they are very dangerous, and I know they might upset you
Okay.
guys on this. Taking the comfort that you drew on Sunday, they drew on Sunday. I keep referring to you as a coach there. My mind is still there.
It's okay.
MMU Mazarendo Masters, as I had said, I would give it a draw 2-2. Yeah. And on Wednesday,
Masters 2.
Wednesdays are very tricky.
Yeah.
Wednesdays are it's a very tricky fixture. I don't know how. This one I'll let you go, man.
This fixture could go either way. So for me, I'd give a 1-1 draw. Yeah.
Okay. So you give today a win, and Wednesday you say a draw.
Yeah, a draw. A 1-1 draw.
Good.
Now
let's move to the National League,
yes,
man.
looking at the results, we only had one fixture.
Yeah.
The fix.
That is UON.
Yeah.
That is UON taking on Nairobi Chapel.
Yes. And
a new team. We don't know much about it. Very hard to predict on this because I don't have any information about their players. So it will be interesting to see who will be on this game and how it's gonna play out. So I don't know, but maybe I can just from your end, I don't know how they are in terms of fitness, and I know that from the history of your end, they always start slow. They never come in with a bang. So I wouldn't expect so much suckers, but considering it's a new team, maybe they are psyched up for it and they want to kick off the league with a bang. So let's wait and see how that goes.
Yeah. I think it was was a good start for Nairobi Chapel. It's a new site. Probably some of the players have never played on the surface, although we all know it's not a good surface as a down. But it's good to see them coming in and playing well against the big wigs. So yeah, let's see, as you've said, the season is still young. Let's see what happens over the next 5 games.
Yeah. Good. We move to the Women's League now.
Yes, the Super League, the National League fixtures. UON. Sorry.
That's today.
Yeah, that's today. So the Premier League. Let's go to the Premier League. Yeah. Sailors Leonas was played on Sunday. Sailors won 3-0 against the newly promoted side. Yeah. So what do you think?
Expected. I think we mentioned last week that this was expected of them. I expected more goals for Sailors for this, but 3-0 is still a good thing. At the end of the day, I like what Nixon Nyanganga used to tell me when I was playing hockey, that it doesn't matter how many goals you score. What is important are the 3 points. So they got the 3 points that they wanted, and that's it. So let's wait and see how that goes. Sunday, we had Vikings taking on Tuk. That was a 1-1 draw. And then Nairobi Chapel against MMU. They beat MMU 11 goals to nil. Yeah. Quite an interesting league for the women. Yeah, very, very interesting.
It's
good. We look at today.
We look at today. The fixtures for the Super League. On Saturday we have that is today. We have MMU Nakuru, and then you have Daystar MMU on Sunday. 2 QON. Another one. JQuat KU. Another derby.
JQuat KU. That is
Sunday.
Is that today?
Sunday.
Oh yeah, Sunday. Yes.
Another derby.
That's in the Super League.
Yes.
Again, as I said, for this derby, it's usually very, very, very tricky. I don't know much about the JQuat women. But for the KU, I know they have really been up their toes, and this is one game that they would want to give their best. So let's wait and see how this goes.
Yeah.
Daystar MMU. I hope they come back with a bang and revenge for what happened to them last weekend.
yeah. So
but Daystar again. They are known for carrying loads and loads of bags of gold. So this, whether or not this will be their trend this season, is another story of wait and see.
I think what will happen in that fixture is that it might be a draw. Remember, MMU have lost some of their players to the big clubs, the big Premier League clubs. Some have moved to, I think, Wolverines. So, and Daystar, we don't know how they've been training. So, I think I'd give this one either a narrow 1-0 win to MMU or a 0-0 draw.
Okay. Good. And MMU with Nakuru Women? Another new side that we don't know about.
Nakuru Women played last season. They did. Yeah, played last season.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it.
Yeah, they played last season, and what I think is Nakuru might upset MMU. Yeah, they might upset MMU, although I don't see many goals in this fixture. Yeah. So I'd give Nakuru a 1-0 win.
We move. Give Nakuru a 1 million. Okay, good. Premier League. Today we have Strathmore taking on Wolverines at City Park, and then Blazers taking on USIU at the City Park Stadium. Will be at 4.
That's a big fixture. Very interesting
game. This is a very big fixture. If we can just look at the statistics for it. So far, a total of 32 goals have been scored against USIU in this fixture, and USIU have only managed to get in 2 goals from Blazers. There is no draw. There is the least win has been a 3-0 win, and this was which year? 3-0 win was in 2018.
What about last season?
Yeah, so last season it was 6-1 and wait. Sorry, 2-1. Yeah, that was in the first leg.
Yeah, that's the least win.
It was a 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah. 2-1 is the least win, and then second leg they came back and walloped them 4 goals to. Do you think Blazers still has the guts for this?
Yeah, I still think they will win the league, because currently, other than Strathmore and USIU, there is no other team that can really challenge. Blazers, same team. The only thing that happened is sponsorship. So I think they'll win this fixture easily. USIU, they've been in good form last season. I finished second again. So yes, they might give Blazers the run, but I still think Blazers will have a comfortable one on Sunday. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so I'll give Blazers 3-1 win.
3-1 win. So Willis still has work to do. He has his work cut out to make sure that he gives them a run for their money.
Yeah. And remember, as we said, you keep having players transition in and out. Again, we don't know whether he has lost a key player, whether he has added to his squad. But for this one, sorry, USIU, I'll give Blazers the win.
So, anything? Your parting shot?
What I think is we are yet to see how the league will pan out. It was a difficult one to see Parklands get those results. If you saw the statistics we posted, they've now stayed for 1 year without winning a game. So I think what Parklands need to do, they need to have a serious look at probably their training schedule, their training plan, their game tactics, because starting Super League like that, it's going to be a very difficult season for them. So the other thing is you look at the universities, as you said, they've started well. KU started with a big win, they are top of the table, but what happens when let's say they go for the long holiday? So they've started the season well, so they should keep up. So and the only way to keep up is they continue training, and even on when they are going on holiday, they make sure that at least they have a squad around that is training, because the Super League, we all know, is a tricky one, especially when it's after 5-10 games you find forms change. Those that started the league quite well, deep, those started with a struggle. You might be shocked that probably Parklands will not lose any other game. They might go the rest of the season.
Yeah, they are known for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are people who are known for draws. So let's wait and see. Let's see how this goes.
Let's wait and see. But
okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Just continue.
Yeah,
Sorry for
but I was saying, but the two defeats in game week 1 and 2, I think it's a wake up call for them, and I'm sure their next game they will win. Yeah.
Good. Thank you so much for joining us this week again. Remember, you can follow us on our social media handles. That is at HOCKEYKE on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and also Hockey Kenya on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you so much, Simon, for being with us. Next week we should get an umpire here so that we are able to dissect some of these issues with them.
Yes.
But for us now, see you next week, same time. Kwaherini.
Bye-bye.